What's going on, everybody? What's going on? All right, we had the Republican convention earlier last month, and then now the Democratic DNC convention is over. Now, I just want to say, after voting Democrat from 1992 all the way up to 2016, 2020 was one of those weird years because I did not like where we was going, especially with the pandemic. I was not happy with the way Donald Trump was handling the pandemic, and I did not like the way at the time the Democrats was using fear tactics. So I was really not into either party in 2020. However, Biden won, and he pushed the mandates, and I was not a fan of the mandates. Even though I felt getting the vaccine was a personal choice, I got the vaccine. I did not get any of the boosters because I figured out real quick that the vaccine really didn't work, and they was giving out boosters, so it was kind of crazy. And I'm a pretty strong and healthy guy, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna bet on my immune system. And actually, no one in my family, well, in my immediate family, got the vaccine. My wife or my kids, they all didn't get it, and we all caught COVID. Even I had the vaccine, I caught COVID. We all recovered from COVID, and we didn't catch it anymore. So, I should have banked on my natural immune system. Now, in 2024, things changed a lot, mainly because I realized that the Democrats are willing to do anything to win, which means that they was down, the economy is a mess, the wars in Ukraine, you got the thing going on in Israel, Democrats are infighting over Gaza and all that stuff. However, we keep on pumping money out to other countries while people in America is suffering. And I must say I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate that I'm financially secured. I have the resources to keep up with inflation. And as inflation goes up, I have the resource to keep up with it. So it's not a big deal. However, I have children. They're grown adult children. I have two daughters and a son. Pretty much all of them before the pandemic, around 2019, they all moved out. My youngest son, he moved out to Iowa. My daughter moved to New Mexico, and they're trying to make a way for themselves. However, due to the economy, they are back home now. They couldn't make it. They didn't have the resources that I have. Now, of course, I helped them. I was, paying rent and everything throughout that time, trying to help them out while they was in between jobs, because jobs was laying off, firing people, downsizing. So it went back and forth. And my daughter, the one that went out to New Mexico, while she was out there, life was so hard for her that she was pretty much embarrassed to, in her mind, fail, and she went down a bad route as far as she got on drugs. She became homeless, and it took us about 2 years to hunt her down. And finally, this past October that just passed, we was able to get her. Found, she ended up in a hospital. Able to convince her to come home. Went down there, plane, picked her up, came back. Now she's getting the help that she's back home. My son moved back because he couldn't make it in Iowa. Just losing jobs and paying rent, back in rent. I'm paying his rent. I told him, just come back home. It's not worth it. And the oldest one, she got pregnant around the same time the pandemic started, and she's home. So all my kids are back home, mainly because of the economy. And that is basically the way it was handled during COVID, the shutdown. Then on top of that, spending money, sending money out. Then you have the issue with illegal immigration. Now with the illegal immigration, which they don't want to call it, they want to call it migrants. However, that is taking resources from us. Now, as long as the Democrats, which they clearly are, is a party of illegal immigration and a party of inflation, as far as don't mind spending and keep on spending and giving money away. I mean, hey, we all pay taxes. If you're going to give tax money over to American citizens to help them out, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with public assistance, because I figure I pay my taxes. So if a member of my family is on public assistance, I pay my fair share. However, I have a very, very, very hard time with giving money out to other people from outside the country, you know, bringing people in, housing them, when you have people that's homeless here that you can help. I have a very, very, very big problem with that, and that's where we see the Democratic Party is today. So for that reason, I have no choice to vote for what's best. Not really for me, because I'm all right, but I vote what's best for my children, because they didn't have the time to build up wealth to be able to be secured in these type of situations. So it's that simple, you know, it's that simple. And then, you know, of course, you look at it now, I feel that the Democratic Party is trying to insult people's intelligence, and I have a real big problem with insulting intelligence, and I can't just sit back and swallow it while they tell me everything is fine and I see everything is falling apart. And I don't know, some people might out here that still support that. Either they know that it's a mess and they don't care, or they hate Trump so much that they're willing to destroy their families and destroy the country just to keep Trump out of office. Yeah, hey, I'm the first person to say this. I would have never thought ever in my life that in 2024 Trump will be the good guy. 2016, Trump was the boogeyman. 2024, he's a good guy. And that's about it. So yes, I am voting for Trump. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not ashamed. You can't make me be ashamed for worrying about my family, worrying about my kids, worrying about my grandkids. So that's it. Trump all the way.